but we have to make something clear. These are just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. BWN Productions, mask plus props and costume work. If you want a monster name, contact BWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
Hello and welcome to what is sure to be a spooktacular episode.
So, did that song play, or was it just fucking silent the whole time? Because I couldn't hear shit.
Oh, the song played?
You sure? We'll
Yeah.
about that. We'll see.
I mean, I heard it. I definitely heard it.
Let's see if I can scroll back.
If not, it's going to be unfortunate for the clipped video. If we're able to clip it, if it isn't out of sync and shit.
Yeah.
I got a message back from Restream like right before I entered the studio here. It's like, oh, you're the only one who's having this problem. We haven't had anybody else hit us up, but we'll let you get like the next tier for 2 weeks for free. So what does that mean? So I don't want this anymore, and you just charge my card more?
Yep. Fucking bullshit.
So yeah, but hey, we're on, we're here, we're queer. Get used to it. Maybe this episode will work out and we'll be able to clip stuff again, Joe.
Nope.
Unfortunately for you and everyone else, I only watched hit motion pictures this week.
Oh, I can't even rewind to see if that shit came off. Oh, can I? Let me see. Let's go all the way back.
You know what? I will also bring it up on my phone and we can do a round, as it's called.
Yeah, that song's on. Why couldn't I hear it? That's my favorite part of the fucking show. That's the only reason I do this show, is so I can hear the song before we fucking start talking, and then I can like feel a little better about doing it. But now I didn't hear it, Tom, so I'm not glad to be here.
You did sing it though before we actually went live.
I was fucking pumping up for it, and then like, nope, nothing. First, I go through like 8 different links to try to get on here. God damn.
All right, fuck it, just for you.
Joe and Tom are here. We've got movie reviews in your ear, but we have to make something clear. These are just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just
Mama told me there'd be days like these.
Are you not hearing it?
No.
No shit.
Joe and Tom are here. We've got
Ain't hearing shit, Tom.
Hello and welcome to another
fucking show. Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you haven't been sitting around waiting for fucking 30 minutes for your shit to start like I have, but it started. So with no further ado, Tom's going to catch us up on his week, which has been, just filled with excitement and hullabaloo and pizzazz. Tell us all about all the pizzazz you've had, Tom.
A lot of working, a lot of getting work done, so that's good. Fuck yeah, working and jerkling.
Mhm.
Got some more music done. Almost there, Joe. Almost there to have everything all good and ready to move on to the next step for this album. Which I mean, this just started out as, oh yeah, I'll just have something cheap to put on the table
But
at
now it's the
shows.
next phase in your career, Tom.
That's right. Robot music. But yeah, there's some good shit. It did something again to where it was just like, I mean, that's not what I'm going for. And I don't know if I'm gonna put it as like a hidden track on the album, which but or just release it, which I think, just releasing it would probably be the best thing. Maybe it'll get a couple more people to the fucking BOYGOB YouTube page.
No, it won't.
It might, Joe. It might. It sounds like somebody. So that's why.
Mm.
And it was definitely wasn't even what the fuck I was going for. And it's like, why the fuck would you do this again? Is it trained on this guy's fucking voice or what?
Like Corky from Life Goes On.
That is correct, Joe. I wish you wouldn't have fucking spoiled it, but the 80s are gonna run wild again, brother.
Yeah, as well they should.
But yeah, just a lot of working and jerkling. If you look in the background, I finished up that guy. Maybe you can see him, maybe you can't. I don't know.
Can't see a fucking thing.
Probably not. It's all right though.
Okay.
It's a little killer boy prop, Joe, from the hit motion picture Black Jack-o'-lanterns or whatever the fuck that shit was that we watched many years ago.
Yes, this history or the Black Jack-o'-lantern from the woods.
That's right.
Mhm.
I guess there was a whole nother movie we should have saw before that one.
Yeah, but that's okay. There'll be another Halloween. Maybe for you, probably not for me.
But yeah, this is the last show of the no drinking for January, and
The
still,
winter solstice.
yeah, still don't fucking. It's not like, oh, I feel great. But to be fair, I haven't been able to do any walking because it's been raining and snowing. We got like 4 or 5 inches, which was crazy. Oh yeah, fucking last week I'm editing the fucking stuff, clipping the shit. I was like, huh, it's getting a little colder. I know, it's all these inches of snow on the ground, but it's getting colder. The AC broke, the heating system broke. So while I'm doing this, I'm trying to figure that out, how to do it. And then we just have the fucking people come out and fucking do it in the morning. I guess a wire was loose.
They probably just switched the batteries on the thermostat.
No, the thermostat was fine. I checked all that. Like, I checked everything that you possibly could
Okay.
before it's like, hey, you got to call somebody. It's like, oh yeah, a wire was loose. I guess it was just shaked loose from running. And in my head, I'm just like, just got a new AC system from you guys year and a half ago. Should it just shake loose from running? I
Yeah,
don't know, but it did.
because it shakes so much.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Shake wiring. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, it'll be nice to drink a beer, Joe. Yes, it will.
I wish I knew what that was like, Tom.
This is root beer, if you were wondering.
Beer of the roots. Yes.
That's right.
Okay, so first of all, thanks to everybody that's in the chat. Glad you joined us. Yeah, I've been doing the same, much of the same, working. Yeah, it's badass. So all the work that's come in. Unfortunately for me, I've got a lot of shows coming up, and we haven't really been able to pump up our stock for those shows. So I'm just gonna show up with what I show up with, and fuck it. If it sells, great. That'd be really fucking good. And if it doesn't, hey, fuck me. You know, I'm the one that wanted to get busy, and it's busy, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
You
Uh,
got a bunch of Curly Beth shirts you could take, right?
yes, yes, and yeah, and the whole Kazam shirt that was gonna premiere may be delayed, you know, but it is what it is. I'm sure once that comes out, people will still be hungry for it, and fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna. I don't know how long ago, maybe a week or so. I was in Houston to get stone or some shit. I was
Roosted.
like, "Fuck yeah!" I was gonna go to Shaq's Chicken Hole because he has a chicken hole around here where chicken sandwiches are thrown at you or some shit. It's closed forever. Figures.
Oh fuck. Uh, well, that sucks for him. Unless he died, you
No,
know.
I'm dead. Don't
Yeah,
think he's gonna notice that his chicken restaurant in Houston isn't operational anymore.
probably not. Hey, thanks to James Robinson, my favorite comic book writer, that is in the chat right now. Amongst others, you know, hundreds of other people, but I noticed your name in particular, Mr. Robinson.
Shout out to JR and the Hordecast. Appreciate you guys. I know him as Mrs. Robinson's son.
Oh, bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson.
Yep.
I do know more of that song, but that's enough of that shit, Tom. People come over here to listen to your movie, Tom, and I know you watched a bunch of them. You haven't, but that's okay. So I watched a Netflix special event, a mini series, some would call it, Tom, and it's called American Primeval. This is one of them westerns, you know. This one takes place in the Utah territories, and it's about the Mormons, you know, trying to take over the land. Old Brigham Young is trying to take over Utah because it's their promised land, Tom. And there's a guy that has a fort already set up, and you know, he's just kind of selling shit to people. Doesn't really care for the Mormons unless they're spending money for his hogs and whatnot. And there's this lady what shows up, Tom, with a kid, with a crippled kid, and she's, oh, I need to get to this camp way over here, and I need somebody to guide me. And her guide gets killed right off the bat, so she needs to find somebody else. But she's a real stick in the mud, pain in the ass lady, and her kid's a cripple. Who wants to fucking deal with a cripple, especially in the old West, Tom, especially. And then shit, who else? There's this other guy, and he just kind of keeps to himself. He's a loner guy, and he's kind of like a tough guy, Tom, you know. And then there's an Indian guy, and he's like at war with the white man. He's at war with the white man, but tribe, they're kind of split on, well, I don't know, we should go to war. They got a lot of guns and shit, you know. And he says, oh, they're going to kill us anyway. We might as well kill as many as of them we can. And then there's this Indian girl that's tired of being raped by, I guess it's her Indian stepdaughter. So they did that too. You know, their culture was full of that sort of incestuous rape or whatever. But anyway, she kills him and runs off and hides with this other Mormon family. Or no, she hides with the crippled kid and his. I don't know. This thing's all fucking stupid, Tom. There's a lot of shit going on. You know, the tough guy ends up with the lady and the crippled kid, and turns out the lady's on the run because she killed her husband, maybe, but she's going to meet her husband. It, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The Mormons are killing other settlers, so they won't come in and settle the land, and they're blaming it on the Indians, and the Indians, are upset about this and that, but they don't got a lot of guns, so they're gonna get wiped out anyway. It's shot really weird, Tom. Like everything, you're at a weird close up like this to the side, and there's a lot of shit left over here on the camera, or it's at a weird angle, and there's like a slightly blue filter over things, I guess to make things look like shit, it's dark times. It's dark times. Shit was rough back in these old. Yeah, well, if the sun's shining down on you and you don't have air conditioning, I would think that's pretty rough too. But it's violent, but I don't care about anybody in the show, so I don't give a fuck if anybody's getting scalped or getting their fingers cut off or whatever. But the wound effects, those look good. Whoever they hired for that kind of shit, that all looks good throughout. But, it's a 6-hour miniseries. Make me give a fuck about somebody. Make me, I don't know. Why did I keep on watching this? Because once I start something, I feel compelled to finish it, compadre. Yeah, I ain't no quitter, Tom.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. People on the internets are like, oh, this is great. This is brutal, showing you how the West really was. How the fuck do you know how the West really was? You live in 2025. You don't know what the West was like. You watched a few movies, maybe read a few books, but I doubt it. I doubt you illiterate fucks. But
not if they're watching this show.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I do not recommend this. There are plenty of other books that I could recommend, but you're not going to read them. Netflix did a series 4 or 5 years ago called Godless, and that was a lot better than this shit. That was actually, filled with characters, not just caricatures. Fucking
shut the fuck up.
Intellectual shit going on right here. Give this show a skip. Old thumbs down because you got that option on Netflix. Like this? Fuck no, I don't. Thumbs down.
All right, well, JR just said he reads, so he's fucking banned.
All right, JR.
No,
has a series called the Jonas Hook novels. Read those. Those are badass. If you want to see Mormons being fucking horrible, that's the fucking book series to read. And Indians being horrible, and white folks being horrible. Everybody's horrible, but there are some characters you thought, man, I was hoping she wouldn't get raped, but bad shit happened in the West, or so I've heard.
You know where else bad shit happens?
In the East.
Then you know what's in the East? Ratchet City. Hey, shout out to Kyle in the chat. If you're still there, JR, let me know if I'm coming in clear or if Joe's coming in clear, because I just keep seeing Joe going out to like old ass webcam fucking shit. And
going out to lunch.
fuck.
Yeah, Kyle, I'm glad that you always pop in and say hi and then just fucking leave.
Hopefully he gives a thumbs up before he bounces, because that supposedly helps something.
Next weekend, Kyle.
You guys going to hang out?
No.
Might have fun.
Hey, Lacey, what you doing?
All right, everything sounds pretty good. Does the picture look all right? That's what I was worried about. Yeah, you're good, Tom. Joe keeps kind of tweaking out. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Shit used to be good, but then we got on Restream.
I mean, it is cheaper even from what the other guy was charging when they didn't up their price.
Mhm.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I guess it's all right for the price. If they upped it by $5 and all the problems we had were fixed, I'd be like, okay, I can live with that. But I mean, it kind of, I guess we're getting what we're paying for. Even though, I mean, I don't know what it costs to do this and all that, but to stream on a social media platform for 15 a month, it still seems kind of there should be something that already does that. Like YouTube doesn't have something. That's weird that they don't have like maybe they do and I'm just dumb because I don't know shit about YouTube, but yeah, I don't know. It's just seemed to be the easiest and the best. So
Yeah, I just don't like trying to log in for 30 minutes. That's kind of fucking annoying.
well, let me ask you this,
Right?
Joe.
What did you watch? Hey, let me ask you this, Tom.
Sure.
Like westerns?
If they have the nuclear word in them, I tend to enjoy those. The works of Fred Williamson.
Yeah.
Those westerns are pretty good. Well, he's bad, big and bad. They call him Fred. Fred Williamson. It's pretty good. Well, Joe, I just got a Blu-ray in the mail.
Or referring to the movie Boss Orphan.
That's correct. Starring Little Laurel Annie, the hit. Joe, the hit motion picture, The Substance. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Well, here's the Blu-ray. Here's the review. So I had this pre-ordered on Amazon. It was I think $25. And then it just fucking something happened where it's like your order's canceled. We'll let you know when there's a release date. And I was like, what? I ordered it when there was a release date and all this. So I said, all right, fuck this. Orbit just got some in, so I'll order it from them. So I ordered it from them. It was their same price. You just had to pay shipping. So I don't know, maybe it was like $30 around there. And get that. Next day I get a little Amazon notice. Oh, you can get this again. And it's like $17.95, you bitch. So I can go fuck myself. Fuck myself right in the asshole.
But you should, because you seem so fucking eager to order a movie you've already watched recently. What was your rush?
Well, Joe, I could have swore I saw somewhere that said making of featurette, commentary track, and behind the scenes special effects. That wasn't on this disc, Joe. I got it and it said featurette. And I said, oh, well, maybe that's just everything, crammed into one. And then the commentary will be in setups. So I turn on the featurette. It's just old 90s art student lady. I was art student in the 90s. That's the vibe I come off. This is my movie. The woman's body, it's his body horror as it is. I hope you like my movie, Finn. That was it. That was it. It was just this lady sitting in a chair. Not really saying much. No commentary track. Fuck this release. Right up its asshole. Like $30 paying for this shit. No. Fuck no. Fuck my ass. That was fuck no. $17.95, I guess. This awful release. Awful. It's just a fucking terrible release, Joe. For this movie, they're making such a hullabaloo about nominated for the best picture. Like I said, if it wasn't for that fucking last act where it turns into a fucking goofy, ridiculous, bloody monster movie, this shit can go jump in a lake. But yeah, fuck this release. It's terrible. I'm sure Criterion will release it at some point because it's a fucking breakthrough movie full of thought and insight.
Well, you know,
So
that's some fucked up shit too, you know, that you see like people, oh, yeah, horror's finally getting its validation with this. Hey, it sounds like you need the validation for the shit you watch. Why don't you just like what you fucking like? And who cares what some fucking pricks in Hollywood have to say at some fucking gala ball that they have once a year, you know, for the fucking elites? I mean, what does that matter? If you liked the movie, you're gonna fucking still like it whether it wins some fucking trophy or not, right? Fuck you. Fuck, you know what? Yeah. You're the kind of people that drag horror down by trying to fucking put it on a pedestal that it really shouldn't be on. You know, fuck that pedestal. You know, just fucking like what you like.
if they grew up pimping, they would have never put that pussy on a pedestal, dog.
Fuck no. Trust
Mm-mm.
no bitch.
Can't trust the fine folks at DWN Productions and Fast Custom Shirts, though, because they'll put you on a pedestal.
Fuck off. The fridge is right there. I ain't leaving that.
You've been doing a little drinking there, Joe.
Little bit, Tom. A little bit.
Well, that's good, Joe, because I'm continuing my journey down the Stephen Chow universe with the hit motion picture, this one, Journey to the West. Ooh, look at that slip cover. It's like I'm looking at a spilt oil on a baby seal.
Looks like you put 50 cents into one of those machines and twisted the thing. Prism sticker.
Oh shit, I got Macho Man. Fuck yeah. So this one, Joe, I seen it when it was first released on Netflix. I remember being like, "Oh yeah, it was all right. The monster stuff was pretty cool, but so I'm just like, all right, I'm doing the Stephen Chow thing. I found this kind of cheap. Let's see how these monsters hold up, Joe." Turns out not well. So this one's about a demon hunter going around, and he's a non-violent demon hunter. He goes around singing to them, hoping to ease their soul or some shit. And Stephen Chow just directs it. He's not the demon hunter, so we'll just say that. So all the fucking monsters are just the goofy, not good looking Chinese CGI that every time you can see it, you're like, oh, this is Chinese CGI, isn't it? They have practical effects because they use them in some shots. Probably would have been better to use them in most of the shots. Goes on a little long. It's Stephen Chow's classic Molly Toe comedy. Remember that, Joe? It's here in spades. Yeah, I didn't really give a fuck. I'm sure I like it even less than I did last time for everything.
Right?
Say that again?
Which was last week.
No, this was years ago.
I mean, didn't you just review this movie last week?
No, that was some other one.
Okay, because this sounds like the exact same review.
Maybe, I mean, maybe it's he has a couple that cross barriers and the rest are It's like for everything good in it, there's something that's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you showed me you can do something good here, and then over here you're fucking a pig. What are we doing? So yeah, no. Luckily I have the sequel to watch for next week, so I can't wait, but this is going into the for sale box where it will sit until I die and then just gets thrown out into the bin, mate.
Hmm.
Yep. Kung Fu Hustle is pretty good though.
It is. I like that one.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, Tom, I also spent some time in Hong Kong, and I watched Johnny To's Life Without Principle. I mean, fuck, look at this. This guy's holding a gun here. There's an explosion behind him. Oh, shit, look at these guys. They're like in a fight or something. Explosion back there. Oh, shit, what's going on with this dude? Action-packed, this cover looks like, right? Just like you'd expect from a Johnny To movie. This one is, has to do with the Yakuza. Or no, it's not the Yakuza. This is in Japan. This is China. So it's the triads. They call them the triads over there because they don't call them mafia because that's copyrighted.
Maggie.
But it's more about financing. It's about money. It's about this lady that works in a bank. And she works in one of those commercial banks that are trying to get their clients to invest their money in this shit or that shit, so the money can make the bank can make the money, And if they lose their money, well, fuck, the bank's not out anything. That was their money. Fuck them, There's a lot of banks like that. I mean, look and see if you're at a commercial bank or if you're at like a fucking I don't know the other banks. I've been doing a little drinking, but there's other ones that are not commercial banks or not doing that shit. So don't get with those. And then it's about a Yakuza guy, not a Yakuza. It's the triads, which is what they call them in China, Tom.
You see.
He's like a loyal dude. He's like really loyal to his boss and he does everything as it should be done by the books, make sure his boss gets his cut, and like all the other people around him is like, man, fuck, this triad shit kind of sucks. I gotta make some money. We're not making any money. I gotta go fucking do this, or I'm quitting the Yakuza, or I'm joining this other triad or some shit. And some of his buddies get arrested, and well, shit, they're his brothers, Tom. They're part of the triad, you see. And so he has to go out there and raise some money. He's got to get money to get his guys out there. And he ends up learning about banking and learning that there's already some of his brothers that do this kind of shit. They do insider trading and shit like that. One guy is just all about doing loans and everything. His initial thing is, well, let me go rip this motherfucker off. Turns out that there's some people that work in the bank that already have that same idea, Tom. We're going to rip this motherfucker off. Shit doesn't go well, as it usually doesn't. But then he learns about the stock market. Learns like, well, fuck, I can try working the stock market. It's a weird movie, and it starts off real slow, and I'm like, what the fuck? What am I watching here? And then halfway through, I'm like, go, dude. Go get that money. It fucking sucked me. That is. And I really started giving a shit about what was going on. It ends up being a feel-good movie, and made me feel good, Tom. And it's like, by the end, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I'm happy at the turnout of this shit. And don't live a life without principle. Good movie. It is staying in the fucking collection. I'm gonna, watch this maybe when when I'm feeling a little down, Tom, because we all need a pickup, you see. Every once in a while, we need something just to lift us up, to push our spirit a little higher.
Higher and higher. Fuck. Yeah, you might like that Stephen Chow collection. I think 2 of those are Johnny Toe movies.
I know you don't like to feel good, Tom. I know as soon as something's like making you kind of like, ugh, I'm feeling like, turn this shit off.
I don't know. I love to come, and that makes me feel good, Joe.
Oh.
Busting a nut, as the kids say.
They do say that. Well, I don't know what they say. Fuck them
Yeah,
up.
you do. You hang around with kids all the time.
Look, it's tense stuff.
That's what Indians fucking.
Yeah. Look, there's money flying around. Fucking good movie.
Wait, that's American money? Shouldn't it be like some kind of Asian yen or some shit?
Yeah, some rubles or drachma.
Fire the digital designer.
Yeah, some camels or something.
Fuck. That would be fucking very hard if the Chinese currency was camels. No, cigarettes, prison style, son. I see.
Yeah.
Joe, you like the Trailer Park Boys?
I used to.
Yeah, they got a movie out. Did you know that the Trailer Park Boys made movies?
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, did you like them?
No.
Probably not gonna like this one then.
Hmm.
Standing on the shoulders of kitties, the Bubbles and the Shitrockers story. So this one primarily focuses on Bubbles, and he wants to start a band. So he does, and they get booked at places immediately. And then Billy Bob Thornton hires him to fucking be his opening act on a European tour immediately. And then he goes to Abbey Road and records a song, and everyone is so happy, and then it's fucking over. And there's a bunch of fucking old ass musicians and maybe some Canadian icons along the way. I don't fucking know. It wasn't funny. I had one laugh at an actual joke, and my first laugh was when I checked the runtime, because I'm just like, all right, well, that seems like it's about to be over now. How much time we got left? Hour and 8 minutes. Fuck me. Shit was like an hour and 50 minutes long, dude. There was a special on Netflix a few years back where it's like Bubbles becoming a Nashville singer, where he goes to like record a song. It's pretty much like that. It's Trailer Park Boys. They kind of make glorified cameos. I think the shit's just run dry. The wells run dry for a little bit. Fuck, man, that shit was so awesome 20-15 fucking years ago, but
Yeah, shit was great. I really enjoyed watching the show, those early seasons. And it's not like it was just like 2 or 3 early seasons. They ran like 8 or 9 that I fucking like laughed.
But yeah, this is just more of the same, more modern day Trailer Park Boys. It's not very good. Like I said, 20 fucking years, so they look like it's 20 fucking years later. And yeah, Ricky looks a little AIDSy. Hope he's all right. Julian's wearing a fucking hat the whole time, so I'm sure he's bald. He's wearing one of those fucking stupid fucking dickhead hats too, where it's like the pork pie shit. God damn. Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. That's gonna be a no for me. Fuck. Well, at least I got a movie to start a list for this year, Joe. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So wait a minute, Billy Bob Thornton wasn't in this, right? They just used his name
No, he's in it a lot.
in it.
He's
Wow.
in a lot. One of the guys from the Rolling Stones in it a lot because they say he's one of the guys from the Rolling Stones. And then there's like a bunch of other ancient music people who I have no fucking idea who it is. But it's like, oh, Bubbles wants to form like a fucking trucking music band, whatever goofy kind of shit he likes, country folk or whatever. And everything works out pretty well. The end. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Would recommend.
We'll get to that.
Let's see. You got anything else, Joe?
Yeah, but why don't you lead into this one? Because this is a movie, Tom, that you sent me a link to watch.
Yeah. Shit. Talk for a minute so maybe I can bring up this email.
So here's the thing, we don't get a lot of stuff sent to us for review, and then if we do, then well, shit, we're probably not gonna like it because if you've watched our show at all, we don't like a whole lot, and we're honest about that shit, much to the chagrin of the people that send us this stuff. It may get them angry, but that doesn't deter some people, I guess, because this past week, Tom was sent a film for review based on a review he did for the movie Bitch Ass, which he doesn't even remember watching,
No, I think it was a movie about a fat little gay kid who grows up to be a fat little gay killer man. I think. Can't remember. But yeah, I was trying to look and see who this was from. It didn't say who, it just said Plan B movie. So Plan B movie reached out. I mean, it seems like this movie's been out for months.
Yeah.
So they said, "Hey, we saw your review of Bitch Ass, and the same company's releasing our movie Plan B. Will you review it?" And it's like, "Oh, all right. Sounds like some kind of like campy horror movie or something. Sure, we'll watch your movie and review it. Send a link over." All right, thanks. No, thank you. It's so nice you sending us a movie to watch. So I sent it to Joe. I sat down and watched it, and yeah, not sure why they thought we were the people to watch and review this, because uh probably nobody who watches this channel will have any interest in this movie whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
So Joe, what's it about?
Well, this is it's a romantic comedy, or as Tom would call it, a rom-com. This is about a lady who works in a coffee shop and is an Instagrammer. She has a very famous Instagram account, and well, she likes to party a bit. She goes out and drinks a little too much. So one day she comes home and there's her neighbor just happens to be outside, and her neighbor has had the hots for her for a while, Tom.
And who's her neighbor?
Napoleon Dynamite is her neighbor. And
From the hit motion picture Surf's Up.
She says, well, what the hell? I'll fuck him, And she brings him to her place and like, hey, you got a condom? Yeah, sure, I got a condom. And, he sticks it to her. And yeah, everything's cool until a couple of weeks
Well, no,
later.
everything isn't cool because he falls for her hard. And she's kind of just like, oh no, this is just a one night stand thing. I was drunk, and he thinks they're a unit now, that they're together and they're dating and all this stuff, but that ain't the case.
Nope. Um, she finds out she's pregnant during a meeting with the publisher lady that likes her Instagram account because it's real popular, you see, and says, hey, you should write a book on relationships. And she throws up there because she's, pregnant now and has the morning sickness all over this lady's desk. And, well, goes home. Her friend, who's a nurse, who probably makes really good money, but still is living with this chick that works in a coffee shop and has a really famous Instagram account. They're sharing an apartment. But anyway, fuck that, fuck logic. This is a romantic comedy, or as Tom would call it, a rom-com. And, well, they take some pregnancy tests, and sure enough, this bitch is pregnant, Tom. She's pregnant. So, well, what she got to do is go and hook up with the neighbor and live happily ever after with him, right? No. Says, I don't want to be with that motherfucking dork son of a bitch. I need to find me a man. A man. I need to find me a man right away, a successful, handsome man. And I got to fuck him right now and make him think that this is his baby. So that's her plan. She goes out hoeing here and there. And, well,
And you come to like, oh, this guy. Oh, you can't. It's a black guy. Whoa, what'll happen? Oh no, this guy's a dickhead to kids. Oh no, and you see all these different guys that she's gonna until Joe. Until what?
Well, there's this guy that has been hitting on her for a while in the coffee shop because she works there, you see, when she's not doing her Instagram account that's really famous.
And it's a really funny coffee shop too, like reggae a gay or some shit like that.
She says, well, shit, I'm going to give this guy a chance to fucking be a sap, and make him think it's the baby. And I'm like, yeah, let's go out. They do, and she fucks him right away. And it's a little time pass. Hey, I'm pregnant. And well, fuck, great, meet my parents, let's everything will be fine. But she's a woman. Now that she's got what she wanted, she doesn't want it anymore, Tom.
Joe, I could only assume that what happens next is that she realizes that she needs to be with Napoleon Dynamite because, gosh darn it, they love each other and they all fucking have the baby and live happily ever after. Unfortunately, I tapped out at 34:03 because what were they thinking sending this to us to watch? This is like, come on, if I'm not watching this with my mom or my wife who would never want to fucking watch this. No, all the jokes sucked a fucking dick. They weren't for me. This has no teeth. Like it tries to dip its toe in being a little edgy, but it's not. It's just like, oh, this cute movie being a little bad. Good for you. Joe's gonna tell you what happens in the movie. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. I'm sure I'm right, but yeah, we'll get to it
So,
after.
so like Tom hit it. Like, why would we watch this? So, I asked my wife, hey, would you watch this with me? Just because it's not for me, and let me get a different perspective. Because, like, she watches a lot of shit on Netflix. She watches a lot of, like, sitcoms. And they have this particular kind of humor. It's like a quirky girl humor. And while she watches them, I never see her laughing, you know. And it was kind of the same as this, you know. It's like you're just watching it to watch it, or what, you know? Because there's nothing funny in this movie. You know, I didn't fucking laugh once. I watched the whole goddamn thing. There was nothing close to making me laugh. It does have, and a lot of comedies now are like this, where it's just it's more about the way the people are talking than what they're saying. You know, it's the dialogue is not written to where, hey, people don't ever talk like this. You know, this is just a style of comedy that is I guess popular among the Hollywood writers right now, but it's fucking garbage. You know, it's just not it's definitely not what makes me laugh. You know, so yeah, he takes her.
But like, right while we're on this tangent, quick about laughing, the lead, I forget her name, but she's like labeled as a stand-up.
Jamie Lee. Yeah, so I looked her up, you know, because she's not attractive. I mean, she's not ugly. I wouldn't say that. So how did she make her bones? You know, so she was on like some comedy shows. Maybe it was a comedy competition show.
You got jokes.
Something like that. Yeah. She went to be a writer, you know, like on shows that probably have like 18 writers. You know, so she did some pretty big shit. So yeah, this is her movie, and she is from Dallas. Good for you, lady. You know, you got her movie. That's cool. You've done some stuff. You know, I hope you do continue to work, and then you're not watching this shit anyway, so I don't give a fuck. But okay. So yeah, one day she's pregnant, like super pregnant. So already met the parents. You know, things are good. And she goes to meet her husband at work because they're going to go to a Le Mans class. But Shannon Elizabeth has asked this guy to stay late. You remember her, Tom? Shannon Elizabeth from Jack Frost?
Oh, she gets sensually assaulted by a snowman in a bathtub, I think.
Inherited, as they call it. She's in this. She's had some work done. She looks a little strange. So there's an insinuation there that maybe her and the husband have something going on. She's really upset about it. He's got to stay late. He can't go to the Le Mans class. She calls an Uber. Old Napoleon Dynamite just happens to be that Uber driver, Tom. And, well, he goes with her to that Le Mans class. That's when she starts to realize, like, hey, maybe this is the guy for me. The guy that she's been leading along, you know, he throws her a big surprise party, you know, fucking baby party or something, proposes to her there, Tom. Finally, the guilt gets to her, and she's got to say, hey, you're not the daddy. He's the daddy over there. And now Napoleon Dynamite's all shook up.
Hey.
And he just so happens to be in a band, Tom. Never went to go see his band. He used to invite her all the time, but you know, he just quits talking to her. But she goes to see him, you know, and goes to talk to him backstage. He gets up and sings a song that he had just recently wrote. It's all about her, Tom. And how
apple bottom jeans.
That fucking condom broke. Yeah, so I didn't like it because I didn't like the style.
I didn't like it because I have a cock.
Yeah. So fuck my perspective. I asked Lisa, what's going on? You know, what did you think? And she goes, they tried to throw every trope in there. And they did. But they didn't follow up on any of them. Or they just had them in there. You know, and there was no real build-up into them getting back together. It just happens. You know, this whole thing with her being a writer, they don't follow up on that shit. You know, they talk about her being an Instagrammer or whatever. nothing's really talked about that. You know, they talk about her growing up in an orphanage. Nothing. You know, everything they do, they try to establish this, but don't follow up on anything. And she said it made it hard to give a fuck. You know, and I guess that's in rom-coms, even if it's idiotic, they make you care about this person and want something good to happen for that person.
Yeah, but I mean, if she's a piece of shit from the jump, who gives a fuck?
Right, yeah. So I don't know, and I guess that's common now for your main character in the romantic comedy, or as you would call it, the rom-com, to be flawed. You know, you want to have a flawed main character. I don't know, dude. But she, you know, she just said it was just there. You know, not good, not bad. She doesn't ever, you know, want to watch it again. You know, that it's something that that I think she could have easily got tricked into watching with a good trailer. You know, and I think, you know, who hasn't? You know, a lot of movies fuck you over like that. But yeah, there's just nothing here, man.
I mean, definitely nothing here for us, sir.
Right, yeah.
I want to say, you know, thanks for thinking about us to review the movie, but
Now, after I see other people that they've sent it to, kind of like, hey, they're just sending it to whoever the fuck, you know?
you can see who they sent it to?
Kind of, you know.
Just by like who watched it on the link or something?
Look up reviews for it. And it's like, oh, I know this person.
Oh shit. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, okay. You know, and this is after I saw it, after I did my review, because I mean, fuck, not like anybody was going to influence my review on this shit, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, if you have like any horror movies or comedies made for dudes,
Exploitation shit, you know, something a little different, you know?
yeah, fuck us, I guess.
Yeah, this is, you know, you're not going to get anything from sending a movie like this to us. It's not going to help your cause.
Yeah, I'm just shit, and I usually don't fucking turn shit off, and I mean, I might come back to it, but I wasn't coming back to Yeah, I was so fucking confused while I was watching a third of this movie. Just think, 'cause I was texting you. I'm just like, "Joe, I don't know why the fuck they sent this to us.
Yeah.
Maybe you should watch it with Lisa."
And I don't know what I was doing at the time, but I thought, huh, so this is that movie. Okay. And yeah, then when I brought it up, because I tried looking it up first to see what the fuck it was, and there's like 3 or 4 different movies named Plan B. You know, this is just maybe the most recent one, and probably the worst of them.
That's great, because next week we're gonna watch Plan B from 1997. Yeah, I don't know. Throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, I guess. But then you got fucking like, yeah, if we're just gonna send fucking a screener to anyone who will take it, then
Right. That's
that
what
doesn't help anything, because most people are gonna say, "The fuck is this? What'd you send me this for?" Just weird. I was so fucking confused watching this thing. It was not like the goofy sci-fi camp movie I was expecting. Well, Joe, let's talk about the movie you stole your name from.
So, we are starting this week in our view of the works of the legendary cinematic icon Peter Boyle. Tom, have you heard of this man?
Gone too soon.
Yeah. I have been busy, so I didn't do any research on him, but I'll say this. He was in Pachinski as the voice of Pachinski. He's in that. What do you call it? I don't know. The pilot, yes. He's in it for a little while, and then he's just the voice for the rest of it. He did a lot of movies, Tom. A lot of movies. He was in a episode of The X-Files that's pretty good. But we're talking about the movie that's been on my queue to watch for a couple of years now. And this movie is called Joe.
Yes, has also been one that I've been meaning to get around to. So last week when you said it, I was like, oh, all right, I'll finally get around to watching this thing that would probably just sat on my fucking list of things to watch forever until I died.
Yep. Well, we watched it now, Tom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's say this from the jump. We both watched it on Tubi.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that it was a stylistic choice. So I'm going to say we watched a bad, corrupt file of the movie because in some of the parts, the frame rate is just so fucked up. It's like almost unwatchable. And then right when you're thinking about turning it off, it fixes itself.
Yeah, but it's maybe similar to what you're watching now. We won't know until this is uploaded. But yeah. So I forget what year this movie was, maybe
1970, just like the title says, right up there. BOYGOB 450, Joe, 1970.
All right. This is about, well, it starts out with young Susan Sarandon in her first cinematic appearance. It is also the first cinematic appearance of her tits. Susan, you got it going on, baby. She, unfortunately, is hooked up with a low-life drug dealing scum, Tom. He's just not drug dealing. He's using. And he's ripping off the people that he's dealing to, Tom. This guy is what you call a no-good Nick. Don't like him. Don't like him at all. He's the kind of guy that Spider-Man's would just like pop in the face, you know. Web him up and leave him for the cops. Take it from there, Tom.
Sure. So, old what's her nuts? Old Susan Sarandon's a fucking crack whore. And she, hey, baby, just let me get some shit now. Come on, I got these cheeseburgers, baby. He's like, hold up now, bitch. Just take these motherfucking pills. Get out my fucking face, ho. So she does and overdoses. And her rich ass dad doesn't take too kindly to that shit.
Nope.
So this old ass man somehow is able to Michael Myers kill this fucking young drug dealer by ramming his head into the wall over and over and over.
Just a drug dealer. He's a junkie. You can beat up a junkie pretty easily.
That was kind of an old ass rich guy. I would think a pillow could take an old ass rich guy.
I don't know.
Maybe that's just my prejudices.
He had pretty good hair, and that's important if you're an old guy.
Well, it was probably his asshole hair they shaved off and fucking stitched on the front of his fucking forehead to make a new hairline.
I don't think that process developed until 1984, but okay, go ahead, Tom. So he kills this guy, bashes his head.
And fucking comes all over in his pants. And then, after you come, you realize what happened. So he says, oh no, I gotta go before I'm fingered. So he fucks off.
But Tom, before he leaves, he gathers a few things up,
Does he?
including this guy's drugs, his bag, his
That's
paper bag full of drugs.
that's right. I forgot about that.
Very important to this story.
I guess it is, Joe. I guess it is. So he goes to a bar and there's a guy there named Joe, played by Nick DiPaolo in a Peter Boyle mask. And
That'd be funny if I knew who Nick DiPaolo is.
it would, Joe. And he's just going on and on about this guy and that guy. You know what you would hear at the time a white guy saying at a bar. And I was laughing and laughing and laughing because it's so damn ridiculous.
And I'm sure on your head, yeah.
Yeah, fuck the music. Oh shit. And so it just goes and Peter Boyle's like, yeah, I want to kill her. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, I want to kill one of them fucking hippies. An old fucking rich fruit guy. He's just like, "Ugh, I just did." Then Peter Boyle comes in his pants and says, oh yeah, tell me about it. And they form a friendship because Peter Boyle figures out that this guy killed a guy and he wants to go around fucking killing hippie scum too. Old Joe, that is. So the rest of the movie is just their wacky adventure trying to get the his daughter back because his daughter overhears that he killed her boyfriend, and she's not happy about that shit.
Mm-mm. So yeah, so during the course of these guys' friendships, it's like it's showing you the rich side of life and then the working class side of life, and then how the differences between it and how, maybe the rich side is just a big lie and maybe the fucking working class side is less like, well, because you're a dick, and that's what this is where you want to be. It's fucking weird, because I don't know who this movie was made for. It obviously wasn't made for the hippies, and it made for the working class. I don't know, because it makes them look like shit, and it makes the fucking rich people look like shit. It's a strange one, man. It's just a fucking strange movie, and especially watching it now, I can't relate to anybody in this flick.
I mean, old Joe, he comes off like what people would consider a stereotypical Trump guy. So, I mean, that's kind of, I guess, relevant if you want to see, ooh, crazy Trump supporter. Look at that.
Look at that
But
Trump.
yeah, but I mean, there is what could have been a classic exploitation movie in there if it was more about these guys just going down hunting hippies and
Yeah.
shit. But that's like the last 5 minutes, maybe. And there's a couple okay things here and there, but nothing that really grabs you. The rants at the bar's funny. The fact that they get all fucked up and join an orgy, that's kind of funny. The 5 minutes of fucking murdering hippies, that's kind of funny. But I mean, if you just kind of expanded upon that stuff and made it a little more exploitation-y, I guess if it would have came out maybe 3, 4 years later, it probably would have. But it's just yeah, that was of its time politically charged
Yeah,
drama, I guess.
is trying to be politically charged, trying to create a conversation, uh
But what's it saying? Hey, drugs are bad. Oh, don't grow old and not do stuff you wanted to.
Yeah.
Class warfare, but we're all the same. What are you saying? Nothing really.
Yeah, it doesn't offer any solutions. It doesn't say no, it's just saying everybody's shit, right?
I didn't get that. It just really didn't say anything. Just like, hey, here's this story about two guys from opposite sides of the track. One's mentally ill and the other one's trying not to go to jail because his hands pretty much lie in the fate of
But
a mentally ill man.
the thing is, like, even the daughter, like, she's not a likable character because she's
She's a crack whore.
right. The two wives, neither one of them is likable.
Because they're women.
uh, yeah, it's just that's to me what it was saying, that like everybody sucks.
Yeah, I didn't even get that much of a message from this shit, dude.
I can't say I liked it. I didn't give a fuck about it. I don't think it's not something I would recommend. Hey, you ever seen that movie, Joe? No, I'll never say that.
Yeah, if it was, remade to be this hippie hunting exploitation movie.
Yeah. If it was that, I mean, it would be a different kind of movie that I would enjoy, and you would think from the poster that that's what you're getting into. But nah, you're not.
No, watch Falling Down instead. It's sort of kind of maybe like this, but not really. I don't know what else I could compare it to. I mean, any middle-aged white guy, enough is enough movie, I guess this would be one of them, but this guy's a little more fucked in the head. I don't know why you fucking named yourself after this movie if you don't like it, but
So my thing is like, old fucking Peter Boyle. Why wouldn't you just shave the rest of your fucking hair off?
I mean, some people, they might, that's their last semblance of hair and they want some hair. I don't know. Like, knock on wood, I've been lucky enough to have hair, but, I don't. I guess that's that's a big thing for some people.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, Tom.
I can't speak on that, but any black topics you want to know about, let me know. Being from the streets and all, if you got anything about Filipino politics you want to know about, I have opinions.
I know, Tom.
Oh shit, Joe. So let's get to your favorite part of the show.
Spider-Man anal, Tom, number 16. It is a king size anal, and the Marvel universe gets introduced to a new character. Look, old Ben Grimm's like freaking out. Oh, old Thor back over there. Who else we got here? I don't know. More Avengers. Yeah, so this is more than half of the comic is not Spider-Man's. It is just introducing Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau from.
Okay. Why is everybody saying this bitch's name like that? Rambo. Fucking John's sister. Sorry, John's sister.
John's sister. Yeah, okay. So what she is a big titty queen from New Orleans. It's a policewoman that won't get promoted. She's a lieutenant, not a captain, because they're promoting the men, not the women.
She's not either one of those things, Joe. According to you, she's a queen, a big tittied queen.
And Well, her origin story is she gets close to some machinery that blows up and it gives her powers, which is the typical
Marvel method.
Marvel. Her powers are she can move at the speed of light and change into any form of energy that she wants. I don't even know what she's fighting. She's trying not to explode. So she goes to the Fantastic Four for help, but it's only dumbass Ben Grimm there, and he can't help her. Hey, go to the Avengers, and they help her. The end. You can join the Avengers now. The end. Continued in Avengers 2, whatever the fuck.
I don't know why you didn't sell this comic when the movie came out.
I just found all my Spider-Mans now. That's what I've been finding.
What'd you do? Look in the garbage?
It's not in the greatest shape. I don't know. I could probably put $2 on it, $3. Yeah, this sucks. John Romita Jr. and John Romita Sr. handle the art. And they're together. And John Romita, Mama Romita, is given
Mamma mia!
she's given her propers, as Tom would say, in the credits.
I definitely wouldn't say, oh, I gave her her flowers. I don't know why people starting to say that shit recently, but don't you ever fucking say that shit to me, boy.
I've never heard that, but I rely on you, Tom, for what the younger generation says, because you're hip and with it and hang out with children.
Children.
It.
Oh shit, if you want to find me, you just go to the natal care unit of your local hospital. I'll definitely at least be there in spirit.
Oh,
Every time a baby cries, I'll be there.
the reason.
I don't know. I pick them up and they explode. I don't know what's going on.
More like Tom explode.
Well, I mean, it's just such a small space. The pressure has to. Yep. Only fuck them once. Oh shit. Oh, well, this sure was a spooktacular episode, Joe. But
join us next week
hold on.
When we continue.
Hold on, Joe. We got to get to everybody's favorite segment, news segment. Rate that album. Joe, which one is it this week?
This week it is Robotnik's, your favorite Robotnik's hits.
I like the Mean Bean Machine myself. Okay, go on.
All right. Next week, when we review Crazy Joe, starring Peter Boyle.
At least this one's sure to be a horror movie.
Hey, but anyway, thanks for joining us. And if you've liked what you've seen, heard, even if you didn't, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Give us a fucking like. Please, it would make Tom's day. I personally don't give a shit what you do, but Tom loves this stuff, man. And really, it's the only thing that keeps him going. So do it for Tom.
And if you can run out there and stream the hit motion picture Plan B, everyone involved will appreciate it so much. Thanks for stopping by. If you did, if you didn't, I know. Boy God.
Head on over to FastCustomShirts.com. Just,
We hope
do
you
it.
dug it, baby.
DWMProductions.net.
Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below.
I can't hear the
Support
song.
Tom and Joe by heading over to DWMProductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time.